के चरणों में सारा संसार, शिव की महिमा जग का आधार। पुकारे मन से भक्ति की धारा, नित्यानंद के संग सत्य का सहारा। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश, शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड का वास। गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश, नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष। हर महादेव गूंजे गगन, शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन। भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर।
Nithyananda, welcome to all those of you who are joining us for today's live Nithyananda Yoga session. Please do get settled down on your mats as we get started by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam, invoking the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, to manifest through each and every one of us as we start Nithyananda Yoga today. Nithyanandam Parmasukhadam केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। The next step of Nithyananda Yoga we're going to be entering into is the chanting, the Shiva Mula Mantra, the invocation of the presence of Paramashiva himself to manifest through each and every one of us as we get started with Nithyananda Yoga today. Now come to a straight position with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. We will be chanting the Shiva Mula Mantra Japa internally without verbalizing it. We will be chanting it out loud so that it's easy for you to follow along. Om Ham Om 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 Next step we're going to be entering into as a part of Nithyananda Yoga is the Tattvachala, the ritualistic cleansing of the body and mind to become a pure, empty channel, ready to receive Paramashiva's energy flowing through you today. As we get started, make sure you have your Panchapatram and Udharani, the traditional cup and spoon used for puja and rituals, and filled with some fresh water. Place your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra, bending your index finger, cupping your right palm slightly. And take one udharani of water, put it in the center of your palm, slip the water through the base of your palm at the end of each of the following mantras. Om Atmatattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Shivatattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Wash your hand with the water from the Panchapatram. With the base of the right hand thumb, wipe your upper and lower lip from right to left, along with the following mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Again, wash your hand. With the tips of the right hand, index, middle, and ring fingers joined together, touch above your upper lip and below your lower lip. Wash your hand. With the index finger and thumb joined together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. With the ring finger and thumb joined together, touch your right eye, right ear, and left ear. Wash your hand. With the base of the right hand, little finger and thumb joined together, touch your navel center, right chest, and left chest. With all the fingers of your right hand joined together, touch the top of your head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and heart center. With that, let us enter into the Sankalpa, the creation of the conscious intention to manifest what you want during Nithyananda Yoga. Swamiji reveals, with what intention you move your body, that intention is what simply manifests. So hold a powerful intention in your inner space as we start Nithyananda Yoga and simply watch it manifest into reality. Place your right hand over your left in the Sankalpa Mudra, placing both hands on the top of your right knee. Sit straight as we chant the Sankalpa Mudra.
Om Mamoparta Samasta Duritakshayadvara Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Pretyartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Pretyartham Cha Shubhe Sobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Parardhe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvatam नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये विश्वावसूनां संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने श्रीलक्ष्मीवेङ्कटेश्वर ऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकर्ण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वराभिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपाणिलब्ध दिव्यज्ञान विश्रुत सकलनिगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्र श्रीमत्परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रया नगीयमान छत्प्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्यापवर्गवर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमत कलभकेसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु तीक्ष्णानधान ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समेत सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञानसंबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्यवाचक स्वामिनां अवतारभूत श्री ज्ञानसंबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिणवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमंगल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरहित कैलास परम्परागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परमशिव संभूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमन इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक अनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव संभूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव संभूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरुपरंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म स्वर्ग स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्री भगवन् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्तांगल अवाप्त्यर्थं भगवन् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकलमस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परक्ष शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये.
Wash your hand with the water from the Panchapatram. Om Apaupasidrishya. And place your Panchapatram a bit farther away so that it doesn't disturb you as we get into Nithyananda Yoga today. Now let's start with some warm-up stretches, stretching your legs out in front of you. Start to rotate your legs in a nice circular motion, giving yourself a stretch for your ankles. I'm going in the opposite direction now. You can flex your toes back and point them. Flex your toes back, pointing them forward. Flex your toes back, again pointing them forward. One last time, flex your toes back and then point it forward. So now with that, let us enter into the next part, which is our knee rotations. Come up to a standing position with your hands on your knees and start to rotate your knees in a nice circular motion. Giving yourself a good stretch here. And in the opposite direction. Feel that all the joints stretching out in your knees. Next, coming to a standing position with your hands on your waist, start to rotate your waist in a nice circular motion, moving your hips around getting yourself a nice stretch in all the directions. And in the opposite direction. Nicely rotating your hips. Next, let's do the skeleton dance. Let's move into the next step of Nithyananda Yoga, which is the skeleton dance, a powerful meditation technology has revealed to strengthen your bones and your integrity.
So enough. The skeleton dance Swamiji beautifully reveals. If you see in your body, the structure that brings the integrity to your body is the skeletal system. The complete structure that brings integrity to the body is that skeleton. So when you do the skeleton dance, you're basically awakening the integrity component of Nithyananda Yoga. You're experiencing that in your body. The way we do the skeleton dance is you need to completely visualize your whole body as a skeleton. And then slowly start to shake each part of your body, continuing with that visualization of a skeleton. So you're going to be visualizing yourself as a skeleton. Slowly start to shake each and every single part of your body.
गुरु के चरणों में जीवन की बाता आसमां से गूंजे अनहद की धुन पवित्र वो यात्रा जहां मिलते गुण नित्यानंदा अवतार शिवा पुराणों की अद्भुत कथा मंत्रों की गूंज दिल की प्रीत गुरु के चरणों में है सब जीत सपनों के रंगों में सजी ये रात चमके सितारे बजते चलते रंग साथ गहरी भक्ति में डूबे हम सभी शिव की कृपा से मिले हमें खुशी नित्यानंदा अवतार शिवा पुराणों की अद्भुत कथा मंत्रों की गूंज दिल की प्रीत गुरु के चरणों में है सब जीत नृत्य में खो जाओ स्वप्नों की चाल धड़कने बोले ये शिव का कमाल
Part of your body nicely. Shake every single part.
वो अनमोल की गुरु के चरणों में सब संजीवनी नित्यानंदा अवतार शिवा पुराणों की अद्भुत कथा मंत्रों की गूंज दिल की प्रीत गुरु के चरणों में है सब जीत धारा अमृत की गाथा, गुरु के चरणों में जीवन की बाता। आसमां से गूंजे अनहद की धुन, पवित्र वो यात्रा जहाँ मिलते गुण। नित्यानंदा अवतार शिवा, पुराणों की अद्भुत कथा, मंत्रों की गूंज, दिल की प्रीत, गुरु के चरणों में है सब जीत। सपनों के रंगों में सजी ये रात।
Start walking back and forth in your mat. You walk back and forth in your mat, cooling down a bit. Walk forward and backward. Very good. And with that, you can slowly come to a seating position on your mat in a kneeling position.
Entering into our next exercise to open up our chest and shoulders powerfully by moving from side to side. So you can nicely open up your torso, moving from side to side. You'll feel it deeply in your shoulders, your torso, your back, your chest, all opening up with this exercise, with this warm-up. Next, bringing your hands to your shoulders, making your hands rotate in a deep circular motion, getting a nice stretch for your shoulders and arms. Feel your entire body opening up. Now pushing your hands in the opposite direction, opening up your shoulders nice and wide. And moving on to our last exercise for our warm-up, which is our neck. So start to rotate your neck in a deep circular motion, opening it up on all sides. And in the opposite direction, moving your neck around in the opposite direction. And with that, we'll be now entering into our first asana for the day, which is Urdhva Paschimottanasana.
In Urdhva Paschimottanasana, we're going to be getting a double-sided stretch for our thighs and our feet. So we'll take first a look at how Urdhva Paschimottanasana is done. And then once we do Urdhva Paschimottanasana, we'll enter into step by step how you can master it for yourself. In Urdhva Paschimottanasana, one leg will go behind the head, giving the first stretch and bending down, giving the second stretch. So this is how Urdhva Paschimottanasana is done. So to first master these two stretches, the first stretch we are going to be mastering is the stretch of our thighs. So for that we need to do Bhadrasana. To enter into Bhadrasana, place your legs together, the soles of your feet together, stretch your knees out wide and flap your legs up and down, trying to bring your knees first to the ground. The moment you enter into Bhadrasana, the first thing you will see is there will be a huge gap between your perineum and your legs, and your knees might not be touching the ground. So to fix that now, the first step is you're going to bring your knees to the ground, which is by pressing it with your hands and flapping it. So you can do both of these ways, trying to bring your knees to the ground, loosening them out, loosening the muscles out. Slowly try to bring your feet more closer to your perineum, giving a deeper stretch and pressing your feet to the ground much deeper. Making sure your feet is going to the ground. One very important part in Bhadrasana is to roll your hips forward, having a straight back. Having a straight back and rolling your hips forward is a key point in Bhadrasana. So please make sure you're doing that too. Much deeper stretch. Now try to bring your feet as close as possible to your perineum and hold over there in the deep stretch for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Now slowly in this position, you're going to be leaning down onto the ground. So in Bhadrasana, with your feet as close as possible to your perineum, you're going to be leaning down onto the ground. Make sure you're leaning from your torso. Do not lean from your back. If you lean from your back, there will be a strain on your back and you may not be able to lean completely down. So you need to lean from your torso onwards down. So please make sure you're leaning from your torso onwards down and hold over here for the count of another 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. So relax, come back up to sitting position in Bhadrasana. Now you can slowly release the Bhadrasana. That gives us a very good stretch in Bhadrasana. Why we did Bhadrasana is, if you see in Urdhva Paschimottanasana, the two stretch given will be opening up your thighs very deeply. So you need to keep your thighs opened up, stretched out, for you to be able to do those. That was the reason we did Bhadrasana. The next asana we are going to be doing is Raja Kapotasana, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. So you'll bend one leg forward first, another leg stretched out behind you. The front leg, you can choose your right leg to be the front leg. So the front leg will be bent at a 90-degree angle, and the left leg, which is stretched out behind, will be straight outwards in a 180 degree. So make sure this leg behind is straight out and your front leg, your right leg, is bent in a 90-degree angle, and roll your hips up into the position, up and down into the position. That will take you into the position. Now the front leg, you're going to try to make sure you bring it to a 90-degree angle as further away from your perineum. It should not be attached to your perineum. This front leg cannot be attached to your perineum. It has to be stretched outwards. Very good. And hold over here for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. Make sure your back is straight, your hips are rolled up, and you're ready in this position. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. So relax. And give us a good stretch, and now we can repeat this on the other side. Bringing your left foot in front and your right foot stretched behind. Giving a good stretch to your body, rolling your hips up and down. In Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. So let's hold this for the count of another 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax. Coming to a normal seating position back. After the deep stretch in Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. So we got a good stretch for our thighs and for our legs in both of these asanas as we stretch them out. To enter into doing Urdhva Paschimottanasana, we are going to be doing another few set of stretches and exercises. The next asana we'll do for Urdhva Paschimottanasana is Mahamudrasana. So you can choose one leg, either your right or left. It does not matter which leg you choose. But for reference, I'll be telling the right leg. So stretch your right leg out and your left leg bent at your perineum. Then stretch your hands up and down, bending from your torso, holding your toes with your hands. So the first step of Mahamudrasana is to hold your toes with your hands. It's a very important part of Mahamudrasana. Try to hold your toe with both your hands. To start off, you can hold for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. And if you are not able to hold your toes as yet, what you're going to do is, from whatever position you can, you're going to start bending your body forward, rocking it forward, trying to open up those muscles that are not bending, not letting you bend forward, which are still a bit stiff. So bending forward, holding your toes, hold for another count of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax back up. Give us a good stretch on one side. Now we're going to be repeating Mahamudrasana. Just before we enter into that, we're going to be now moving to the next step of Mahamudrasana, which is once you have brought your hands to your feet, you're going to try to bring your forehead to your knees. That's the next step. So you're going to, from the same position, you're just going to lean forward, bringing your forehead to your knees from the same position of catching your toes. Now, you might feel that it's a little more harder to catch your toes and do this. Based on whatever you can do, do it. If you're unable to catch your toes and bend your forehead to the ground, you can keep your hands on the ground beside you and do it. But make sure you're bending forward. And one very important part is do not lift your knee off the ground. Try not to lift your knee off the ground as you bend forward, bringing your forehead to your knee. The lower part of your leg should not be lifting off the ground. So let us now enter into doing this, bringing your forehead towards your knee, holding there for another count of 10 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Very good. Slowly relax. Now we're going to be repeating this on the other side, so you can stretch your left leg out and bend your right leg to the perineum now. And now the first step we're going to be entering into again is bringing your feet to your toes. Bringing your hands to your toes. So to enter into bringing your hands to your toes, your leg will be stretched out and you're going to be leaning forward from your torso, trying to bring your hands to your toes. Try to bring your hands to your toes. Bring a deep stretch to your body. If you're as I had told before, if you're not able to catch your toes immediately with your hands, then you can just from wherever you are, just push yourself bending forward and backward. Try to bring your toes towards your hands, giving a stretch to your body to bring the toes to the hands. If you're already able to do it now, let's hold for another count of 5 Mahavakyas while catching your toes. If you're not able to do it, continue to bend forward, stretching yourself as we count this 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax. Up. So you can slowly relax from bending down. Now you're going to be entering into the next step where you're going to be bending your head to your knee. Now you've caught your toes. Now you're going to be bending your head to your knee in this next step. So from catching your toes, that position, slowly just bend your head down towards your knees. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax. Back up. So that gives us another very good stretch in Mahamudrasana for both our legs to be able to do Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Now we're going to be entering into Urdhva Paschimottanasana, but the part where you're placing your leg behind your head. So to do this, first come to a normal seating position. Once you come to a normal seating position, remove one leg and place one leg to the perineum. One leg you're holding with your hands and one leg is placed on the perineum. Now, you need to give that good stretch to your leg over here to be able to hold it. So, you're going to be first holding your hands, holding your leg with your hands on both the sides from around your leg, and you're going to be rocking your leg inwards. So, giving a sort of an momentum inwards, giving a good stretch to your leg. Shaking nicely. Very good. Now you're going to slowly lift this leg and place it on your shoulder and bringing your hand inside. Your hand is not outside, but it's inside. Bending it at the side and placing the leg on top of it. So you bend, brought the hand inside and place it on top of it. And over here, you're going to slowly try to lift your leg up first towards your cheek. Then slowly a little bit more higher, trying to move your leg behind your head. The aim is to move your leg behind your head. This is the first step. Requesting all of you to please try to move your leg behind your head. So that is what we are going to be doing in Urdhva Paschimottanasana. You need to bring your leg behind your head. You know, repeat this on the other side. First rocking it from outside. Your leg completely rocking your leg nicely and deeply. Then slowly try to bring your leg up and upper and upper behind your head. Moving it, try to move it behind your head. Very good. So this is how we are going to be doing this. Now we are going to be combining both of these steps together. So to combine both of these steps together, you need to first stretch one leg out. So you can stretch either your left leg or right leg. Try to keep the leg that goes behind your head more easily aside and take the leg which is a little bit more stiffer in front. That will help you do this asana much easier. So for reference, you can stretch your left leg out and lift your right leg onto your hand. Now, you're going to try to take your right leg behind your head, pushing it behind your head. Trying to take it behind your leg, head completely and bending down and forward in Urdhva Paschimottanasana. So this is how it's done. And we'll now be seeing the various components as part of Nithyananda Yoga, which Urdhva Paschimottanasana consists of. It has all of these components. So in Urdhva Paschimottanasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. This visualization is to awaken your inner space for you to experience that as we do this asana. You're going to be doing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. We'll be demonstrating how the Pratyahara Kumbhaka is done. First, inhale deeply, then hold the breath. Concentrate in succession on your soles of the feet, organs of generation, navel, heart, throat, uvula, inside of the eyebrows, in the middle of the eyebrows, forehead, and then your Brahmarantra, which is your Sahasrara Chakra. So these are the various visualizations you need to do while holding your breath, and then you can slowly relax. Let's do this all together. First, doing Pratyahara Kumbhaka together. So this is how the Pratyahara Kumbhaka is done. We're going to be doing the Mula Bandha, which is sealing your perineal floor, chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, and performing Sahaja and performing Urdhva Paschimottanasana. So these are the various components of Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Another one is Shambhavi Mudra, where you're going to be turning your awareness inwards, whether your eyes are open or not. The awareness is just going to be turned inwards. So let us all now enter into doing Urdhva Paschimottanasana together. Stretch your feet out. Let's now enter into doing Urdhva Paschimottanasana. पश्चिमतानवत् स्थितिं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत् ऊर्ध्वपश्चिमतानं भवति. And let's now enter into our next asana for today.
The next asana we're going to be looking at today is Vichitra Karani. So Vichitra Karani is a very powerful asana where we're going to be working on our back flexibility, of course, as well as our legs. So let's first see how to do it. In Vichitra Karani, you'll come to a lying down position, bringing your legs up overhead and toes to the ground, keeping your legs completely straight, holding on to your toes with your hands. So you'll be bringing yourself like to a flat position on your back with your hands towards your feet, keeping your complete legs and body straight. So this is how we're going to be doing Vichitra Karani. One important thing that you should all know about Vichitra Karani is that Vichitra Karani is very powerful for your digestion. It's one of those asanas that directly work, strengthen, and make your digestion extremely powerful. So do not miss out on doing Vichitra Karani, especially if you're someone who struggles, who has a lot of digestive problems. Vichitra Karani will really help you to solve all of those issues. So now we're going to get into doing Vichitra Karani. So you can see how it's done, and let's start step by step how you can master this for yourself. Starting with a deep hamstring stretch. So stretch one leg forward and the other leg outside your hip. And from here, you're going to try to lean forward and down, bringing your forehead towards the extended leg. So do it very slowly, keeping one leg folded by your side with the other leg extended forward. Try to slowly lean forward and down towards the extended foot. Pushing yourself lower and lower. Just going inch by inch. So the way we do yoga is you go to a silent position. Let's say you want to master the full asana. Here. Now you want to be able to bring your forehead to the ground, your forehead to your knees, and your elbows to the ground. The way you will do it is go to a certain point. So let's say So first, reach for your toes. Reaching for your toes, you'll find it, okay, here right now you get an intense stretch. If you try to go deeper, you're not able to. It's really the maximum you're able to stretch as of now. Then go here and hold it, just breathing in deeply. Now, every time you exhale, you will see that the muscles will loosen up. And you'll actually be able to go just an inch more. See, it's not about immediately getting the entire asana. It's about working with your body to get the asana step by step. Reaching for your toe, try to bring your forehead towards your knee slowly, going inch by inch. Going a little bit more lower each time, trying to get a nice stretch for your hamstring. One thing you'll notice is if you point your toes backwards, you get a much more intense stretch. And if you point your toes forward, so if you are flexing your toes backward, you'll find a deeper stretch. If you point your toes forward, you'll actually find it easier. So based on where you want to be, you can do this. Trying to go further down. Now go to your maximum as we hold it for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax now, taking a deep breath, repeating this on the other side. Now from here again, lean forward and down onto your extended foot. Now going inch by inch, trying to reach for this extended leg. First, trying to hold on to your toes. And hold here for a few seconds, getting a nice deep stretch. Try to hold on with both your hands. And slowly try to go deeper and deeper down in this position. Push yourself inch by inch, lower and lower. And then go as low as you can before we hold it for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 And now you can slowly relax. So for us to do Vichitra Karini, this was the first step. Now the next what we're going to do is, you're going to be coming onto your back, lying down on your back. First, crossing your left foot onto your right knee and pulling both your knees towards your chest. In this exact same position, trying to pull your knees towards your chest, wrapping your hands around your knees. Try to pull it as close as you can towards your body, getting a deep stretch here. So you'll actually see the stretch happening in your knees and thighs. A deep stretch happening, so just pull it as close as you can and push yourself to the position where you get the maximum stretch and hold it for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And again, slowly relax. Switching the legs around now. Now bringing the right leg to the left knee, pull it towards your chest. Giving yourself a nice stretch, holding it for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax. So now that we have stretched out our legs and hips completely, it's time for us to attempt the asana itself, step by step. So the first step you're going to do is, you're going to hold on to your toes. You can first do it with one leg. So bending one leg down, holding on to the toes of one leg. Try to straighten it as much as you can. So try to bring your knees into a straight line. And from here, try to bring your hands to your foot and pull yourself down. Remember, try to keep your knee in a straight line. The most important part is to keep your knee in a straight line and try to slowly bring your toe to the ground above your head. So you can do this slowly a few times, starting with one leg at a time. So remember, keeping this knee completely straight. Try to pull it more and more towards the ground. Moving it up and down now. Let's do this on one leg for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And slowly relax. Picking the other leg up, bending the left leg now and straightening the right leg. You can just bend the knee towards your chest, the left knee, while you straighten your right leg out. Trying to bring your leg to as straight as a position as possible. Remember, trying to keep your knee completely straight. You're going to try to bring your knee completely straight. And from here, trying to pull your leg towards the ground. Remember, try to keep your knee as straight as possible during this entire process. Giving you a very nice stretch. You can also try pointing your toes to make it easier for you. And now let's continue doing this for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas, holding as deep as you can with one leg as straight as possible. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax your legs now. Let's repeat this on both the sides. Doing the full Vichitra Karani asana together once. Hold on to your toes, straightening them as straight as you can above your head. Trying to keep your hips on the ground as well. So this is Vichitra Karani. Let's look at all the components. The different components of Vichitra Karani is first starting with the Kumbhaka. As you can see that the Kumbhaka is the Sahaja Kumbhaka, where you will just be breathing in and out normally, taking deep inhalations and deep exhalations. A normal deep breathing is Sahaja Kumbhaka. Sahaja meaning easy or simple. Visualizing yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha, just pulling in the lower body. Gaze towards your nose in the asana with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham and the Shambhavi Mudra. Your awareness turned inwards in this position. So let's now do Vichitra Karani together completely. Remember, it's a very powerful asana for your digestion. So do not forget to do this asana since all problems start at the digestion level. Any health issue you're suffering, if you balance your digestion, you will automatically see the whole thing get balanced. Getting into Vichitra Karani now. Coming to a laying down position with your hands and legs above head and lowering yourself to the ground.
शयितपश्चिमतानस्थे हस्तौ तत्र प्रसारयेत् पादौ दण्डसमौ कृत्वा विचित्रकरणी भवेत्.
Then slowly relax. Take a few deep breaths as we enter into our next asana for the day, which is Arambhasana.
So if you see the first asana we did, which was Urdhva Paschimottanasana, then Vichitra Karani, both of these have given us a very good stretch out, targeting similar muscles in our legs and our back too. In Arambhasana, we are going to be completing this cycle of stretches for our legs by doing a complete stretch for both our legs and our back. We'll once show you how Arambhasana is done, and then we'll enter into breaking it down for you, how you can master it. So in Arambhasana, both your legs are going to be stretched out. You're going to be leaning forward, catching them with your hands, and bringing your forehead to your knees. So this is how Arambhasana is done. It's a very powerful asana, and it has tons of benefits. Actually, Arambhasana is one of the asanas in Nithyananda Yoga which have many different benefits. Now, for us to do Arambhasana first, we are going to be doing a slight opening up for our legs and for our thigh muscles. The first asana we are going to be doing is Bhadrasana. We are going to be continuing in Bhadrasana, but this time giving it a deeper stretch, as we'll need a deeper stretch for doing Arambhasana. If you have any block or a solid object which is not too squishy nor too hard, not hurting you but not just letting the legs go together, place that in between both your legs while you come in Bhadrasana. Once you've placed it in between both the legs, try to bring it close to your perineum, and now you'll see your knees have lifted off the ground. You're going to now try to bring them to the ground. you need to bring your legs to the ground, giving a nice deep stretch to your body in Bhadrasana. Now, this will take some time. You do not need to immediately push yourself to try and bring it to the ground. Do it carefully, but slowly give that flat, push a little bit, that stretch. Give that stretch to your body, allowing that little bit of pain or little bit of discomfort to come into your body and doing it. Only when that comes, you are mastering a next set, a next, giving a breakthrough to your body. Only when that happens. So push your leg down as much as you can, giving that good stretch to your body. Very good. Very good. Now, if you're able to do this, if you're able to hold here, try to bend forward and down. Try to bend a little bit forward as much as you can, as much as your body allows you to. Bend forward, holding over there. So this will give you a really intense stretch for your thigh muscles and for the muscles needed for you to do these asanas. So be very conscious and very careful as you're doing these asanas. Let's hold over here for the count of 5 Mahavakyas, giving as much of a stretch you can give to yourself. You do not need to push yourself, you can give as much as stretch that you can to yourself. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax. Coming back to a seating position. So that gave us a very good stretch and very good opening in Bhadrasana, in that very advanced variation of Bhadrasana. Now, the next asana you're going to be doing to open up your legs and the muscles is Kraunchasana. Kraunchasana is going to be done on one leg each, so it will give you a very good stretch and opening for you to be able to do it. Now, in Kraunchasana, you're going to bend your left leg behind around your body, bringing it beside your hip. Your right leg, which is stretched out, or if you have done it the opposite way, which is your left leg, which is stretched out, and your right leg bent outside your hip, hold your right leg with your hands and try to face it towards the sky as much as possible. So you can see this from a side angle to get a good idea of how this asana is done. One leg is bent out, one more leg is lifted up towards the sky with your hands. Now over here, you're going to try to bring your knees straight. If you come into this position itself, you'll see your knees bent first. You need to bring your knees straight in this position. So bringing your knees straight is the key in this asana. If you bring your knee straight, you do not need to bring your knee to your forehead to your knee. It's completely fine. Just bring your knee straight first. That itself will give you a very deep stretch. See, when this leg is bent behind, then when you do this asana, you'll see you'll get a much deeper stretch. It opens up your hamstrings and thighs much more. Mainly your hamstrings. So please do this asana. And let us hold over here for the count of 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Very good. Slowly relax. That gave us a very good and nice stretch for our legs in Asana. You can now repeat this on the other side. Bring your right foot out and your left foot in front. Basically the opposite leg of what you did now. And hold it up, bringing it to the sky, facing towards the sky with your hands, making sure your knee is straight. When your knee is straight, it will simply manifest very easily. So make sure your knee is straight and then only you'll get that stretch properly. Hold over there for the count of 3 Mahavakyas with your knees straight. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Very good. You can relax from Asana in a very deep stretch. The next asana you're going to be doing to open up your legs is come into Garudasana, just getting a nice stretch over there once. Place your legs beside your hips. Both your legs are placed outside your hips. On both the sides, place your legs outside your hips, getting a good stretch there, pushing it as much as possible outwards. Over here, you'll see you'll get a very good stretch to your hamstrings again, and a little bit even to your ankles. So focus on the muscles that are getting stretched. Take a few deep breaths. And over here, what you can do is you can slowly bend down forward, bringing your complete body to the ground, your torso to the ground, in between your thighs. So you're going to get a very good and deep stretch once you do this. Hold over here. Make sure both your toes, make sure both your legs are outside. Requesting all of the participants, please make sure you do this now. All of you, place your legs outside your thighs. Come on, come on. Get that good deep stretch to your body. Let's hold over here for another count of 3-4 Mahavakyas. So bend down and prepare yourself to do it. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax. That gives us a very good stretch in Garudasana, preparing ourselves for Arambhasana. So now we are going to be entering into a very fun and a different type of variation of Mahamudrasana. You're going to be doing Mahamudrasana sideways. So you're coming into the same Mahamudrasana position, but this time what you're going to be doing is you're going to be bringing the hand of the respective leg, catching the toe of the hand, catching the toe of the leg with that hand, and then bending forward sideways, bringing the elbow to the ground. So please, requesting everyone to first come into this position where you're catching your toe sideways. See, your torso has to be bent sideways when you're doing this asana. So make sure your torso is bent sideways, not frontwards but sideways. When you're doing this asana, catch the toe with the respective hand and bend the elbow to the ground. Then now from above, the left hand will come. So bend sideways, bringing your hand to your leg and the elbow to the ground. And lift the left hand from above, bending forward, giving that good stretch to your body, sideways. So this is a variation of Mahamudrasana. This will open your obliques and your thighs a bit for you to be able to do Mahamudrasana, for you to be able to do Arambhasana. So let us hold over here for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax. Now we're going to be repeating this on the other side. Again, bend forward and down sideways. With your torso bent sideways. And then bring your elbow to the ground and lift your right hand from above, bending, giving a good stretch in this position of Mahamudrasana. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So that gave us a very good stretch in Mahamudrasanas. As we have gotten very good stretch in these various asanas, we are now going to be entering into doing Arambhasana, giving that stretch, practicing Arambhasana, giving that stretch to our body. So in Arambhasana, stretch your legs out first. We'll do Arambhasana once together, then we'll see the various components before entering into the asana itself. So in Arambhasana, stretch your legs out. The first step now you're going to again aim for is catching your toes. So we have only practiced doing it in Mahamudrasana. Now to make sure we can do it in Arambhasana, because Arambhasana gives a double stretch, which meaning both our legs are stretched out. It'll give a much more deeper stretch than if you just do it with one leg. So catching your toes in Arambhasana first. If you're unable to catch your toes, bend forward as much as you can and shake over that. Bend forward, slowly bending back and rocking yourself back and forth. Trying to straighten out those muscles that can make sure that you're able to catch your toe. Let's do this for the count of 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now tuck your chin down and from your waist down, bending your torso, try to bring your forehead to your knees. So hold over there, rocking yourself if you're unable to do it, trying to bring your forehead to your knees. Make sure you're consciously giving that stretch to yourself. So you need to bring your awareness, take deep breaths, and push yourself downwards. Let's hold this for the count of the 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Very good. You can slowly relax. So now in Arambhasana, we're going to be having a set of components as part of Nithyananda Yoga that we're going to be following. In Arambhasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. You're going to be doing as you visualize yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you're going to be doing Arambhasana, and you're going to be performing the Nadi Shodhana. The Nadi Shodhana as part of the Arambhasana. So we'll show you how to do the Nadi Shodhana. In the Nadi Shodhana, you're going to be using your hands in this position. Your thumb is stretched out and your ring and little finger is stretched out too, with your middle finger and your index finger bent. You're going to be inhaling first through one nostril, inhaling through your left nostril, covering both your nostrils and holding the breath, then exhaling through your right nostril. Then again inhaling through your right nostril, holding your breath, and exhaling through your left nostril. So this is how the Nadi Shodhana is done. So you're going to be doing this in Arambhasana. So when you're doing Arambhasana, once you hold in that position, you can release one hand and bring it to your nose to do this. That is how Arambhasana is done. To show it to you, when you're in the asana, once you come into the asana, you can release one hand and bring it to your nose to do the Kumbhaka. Then you're going to be doing the Mula Bandha, which is sealing your perennial flooring. So doing that, and then the Prana Mudra, which is holding your toes with your middle and index fingers and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. So as you do this asana, you can see all the various components on the screen which you can follow to make sure you're remembering yourself, reminding yourself on how to do each component as you do Arambhasana, not missing any of these 12 components. So let us now enter into doing Arambhasana together. Stretch your feet forward, come into a ready position to enter into Arambhasana. And let us now enter into doing Arambhasana together. Novu pagamiliva pasari pagaka angutha pakadi lilata goda lagave sharir samirashe asana guna arabhaki vidhi uttara sanamushabesi arambhakare. Slowly relax.
And slowly come to a seated position. So that was our asanas for today, that we looked at the different powerful asanas that we stretched out our back, our legs, everything with. With that, we're going to now enter into the next part of Nithyananda Yoga today, which is the Trinetra Kumbhaka. The Trinetra Kumbhaka is a very powerful pranayama that Swamiji has revealed directly from the Hindu scriptures that will simply awaken your Kundalini, empowering your will to manifest your reality as you want it. Swamiji has said if you can just do this Trinetra Kumbhaka every day, you will never face any kind of health issues or tiredness and boredom. Now, first let's see how to do the Trinetra Kumbhaka. So you will start off by bringing both your thumbs up. So you'll be using your thumbs to do this Trinetra Kumbhaka. Inhaling through your left nostril. So use your right thumb to block the right nostril and inhale through the left nostril as deeply as you can. Use both your thumbs to hold your nostrils and now hold it here for as long as you can. Then once you have reached the part where you feel comfortable, so do not make it discomfort, do not make you feel lightheaded or you're pushing yourself, no. Just till the point where you've pushed the edge of your comfort, without exhaling, inhale through your right nostril. So release the right thumb and inhale through your right nostril without exhaling. And again hold it as long as you're comfortable. Without exhaling again now, inhale through both the nostrils. Remember, do not exhale. If automatically some air releases, that is completely fine, but do not purposefully exhale. Hold your breath for as long as you can here, and then exhale through your left nostril, relaxing. So like this, now without taking a breath in between, directly from the exhalation, continue the next pranayama, the next set of inhalation from the left nostril itself. So Swamiji reveals that if you can do this Trinetra Kumbhaka, just first starting off 11 times continuously in the morning, 11 times in the evening, moving on to 21 times, 42 times, 54 times, and reaching a point where you're able to do this 108 times continuously. That is when you have mastered this Kumbhaka. One more important step is when you're doing it, the main goal is not to try to hold your nose as tight as possible. No. It is to use your will, your ajna, which is the seat of your will, your third eye, to hold the breath consciously. That is when you really work out the third eye. That is where the part of the ajna comes into play, making this pranayama so powerful. So let's do this together now a few times. Inhale through your left nostril. Hold your breath as long as you can. Without exhaling, inhale through your right nostril. Hold your breath for as long as you can, comfortably. Without exhaling, now inhale through both the nostrils. And hold for as long as you can. Before exhaling through the left nostril. Continue to do this intensely. Keep your spine straight. If you can, sit in Padmasana. If not, sit in Ardha Padmasana or in Sukhasana. But best is if you can sit in Padmasana, please do sit in Padmasana. Continuously do the Kumbhaka. Continue doing this for just a few more minutes. It's a very, very powerful pranayama to awaken your entire intelligence of the inner body. You should understand the power of pranayama because beautifully scientists have now discovered. Continue doing. Beautifully scientists have discovered how there is a cerebrospinal fluid in your backbone and brain area, which when you do the intense pranayamas, you create a pressure. What our ancient science knew as Kundalini, the modern day scientists are able to only map it to the cerebrospinal fluid, which is a starting level of it, where it rises up the spine and goes to the pineal gland, what the Hindu rishis revealed as the Agnya Chakra in the higher conscious plane, in the physical level manifesting as the pineal gland. It goes there and activates the pineal gland, creating a powerful magnetic field around you to manifest health, wealth, anything that you are holding as your intention. So when you do the pranayama, have that conscious understanding. You are manifesting your reality just by awakening that kundalini dormant within you. Continue to do the pranayama, the Trinetra Kumbhaka, just a few more times. Do not give any breaks in between, do it continuously. The more times you do it continuously, the more powerfully the pressure builds up, more powerfully the effect of the Kumbhaka manifests within you. One last time. Slowly relax now. Take a few deep breaths. That is the powerful asana we just did. The powerful pranayama, the kumbhaka, awakening the third eye. And with that, let us enter into the Shivasana. Come to a lying down position on your mat. Hands by your side, legs extended out straight. Just feel yourself that life is left the body, has merged with Paramashiva. You are just resting in Samadhi. Do the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivam powerfully within your inner space. Relax every inch from your hands, your legs, your spine, your back. Let it be completely relaxed on the ground. Do the Shakti Chalan Mudra, feeling the powerful Kundalini energy raising throughout your body in Shivasana. Take your hands and legs. Then rock yourself up into a seated position. Your head, neck, and spine straight. Congratulations to each and every one of you for successfully completing today's Nithyananda Yoga. Hope you all enjoyed it. Do share with us in the comment section below what your breakthrough was, which asana you experienced powerfully today. Also, if you found yourself stuck anywhere, you needed some more help, you can post that as well and we can definitely help you along. Also, do not miss out our webinar in the linked in the description below to understand deeper about why you need to do Nithyananda Yoga, what is the science behind Nithyananda Yoga, and how can you incorporate it into your daily life. Additionally, the beautiful Paramashiva Sena program, which is happening starting on the 1st of December. Do not miss out on the Paramashiva Sena program. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity where you can clear out everything that's there in you from your past and create the best ultimate and life for yourself, the best ultimate life for yourself, becoming an ambassador of Paramashiva. The link will be projected at the end. Do not miss out signing up for that too. With that, let us offer our gratitude at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, our Swamiji, as we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam everyone, thank you and see you tomorrow.